Happy Halloween. You thought week 7 was scary, wait till week 8. As always, I'm that bitch. Shut your mouth. That scary son of a bitch over there is. Fuck you, pay me. Welcome to LSFL Live, glad you could join us. The carnage of week 7 left virtually every team mangled with injuries. The Grimace got their own words shoved right up the balloon net. The Bombers get dismantled by the Bucks. But we start this week with the three chumps. Oops, I mean champs.
You know, it's really interesting the funny shit that lands on your doorstep this time of year. All season long the Sharks, Rugrats and Dragons have remained quiet and humble. All three remained under 500 or worse going into week 7. The Sharks blew their load this week and scored 161 points to get their first Team of the Week honors of 2011. Arian Foster responded from last week's poor performance to score 40 points. Thibaut Time provided 24 points and rookie DeMarco Murray scored a record 31 points. The Sharks, instead of pounding their chest, commented, quote, "We are just taking it 1 week at a time," end quote. This reporter thought it was a good idea, till he saw the message board. He will never learn. We will get back to the Sharks shortly.
The Dragons and Grimace met last week and the game of the week in the league braced for an epic battle. Megatron remained consistent, contributing 17 points, but Damian Williams and Greg Olsen both brought donuts to the party. The Saints' offense propelled the Dragons to victory with a combined point total of 57 from Breeze and Sproles. Dragons 119, Grimace 72. Ken would only congratulate the Dragons on a great win. Afterwards the Dragons responded, quote, "Fuck Ken. Fuck the Grimace and those Purplegate jokes. And for all the doubters, fuck you too. Dragons hitting our groove at the right time." End quote. The Dragons will attempt to continue their groove next week versus the Spartan powerhouse.
The Rugrats had a matchup versus those same Spartans this past week. Rugrats, on a 2-game winning streak, needed a victory to keep pace in the NFC North. Spartans wanted to be tied with the Grimace for the AFC West lead. Both teams having something to prove from two different perspectives. Matt Forte continues to be the only consistent contributor, 23 points, while first-round pick Chris Johnson continues to this point to be a bust. The Rugrats only scored 93 points, but it proved to be enough as the Spartans could only muster up 84 points, mainly on the arm of Aaron Rodgers, who had 28 points. The Rugrats commented, quote, "Yep, after putting myself on blast I said that we needed a win streak. Lo and behold, we are in the midst of one. First the lowly Rattlers, then the 3-time chump Sharks, and now the Spartans. Next up, the Bucks, who I have owned in recent years. Here I come." End quote. All three teams in the NFC North are tied at 4-3 after the Bombers were destroyed by the Bucks 89-50.
The Bombers, who were without McCoy and Brady, both on byes, also suffered injuries to starting running back Beanie Wells and Ernest Graham. Only getting 8 points from Joe Flacco and 2 points from Santonio Holmes forced the Bombers to their worst point production of the year. Let's hope they fare better in this week's game of the week. The Grimace are also on a 2-game losing streak, and we all know that strong teams suffer the most on bye weeks, as the trash are able to collect waiver wire pickups to keep pace. Right, Jason? Grimace and Bombers will need the win, as this is last week of outer conference matchups. Every game after will be crucial. Bombers and Grimace never commented on their matchup this week, but you can be sure that the league will be paying close attention to this matchup.
The league will not have to worry about one thing this week: the Tampa Bay Big Timers. Last week the league made considerable efforts to spark a reaction from Paul Phillips. Well, LSFL Live got one. Phillips contacted Bombshells Entertainment to confirm that they has no plans to leave the league in 2012. Phillips confirmed that although he never picked up players to replace players on byes and injuries, it doesn't imply that he never put in his lineup. Phillips took offense to the accusations, saying that he just doesn't respond to lame-ass trade offers. If those teams count that as being inactive, then that's their problem. No team should be pressured into trades, and being rookies does not mean that the big timers should make trades in order to be involved. Phillips responded, quote, "Cooper is just mad because I won't come off Vic." End quote. Damn. That sounds about right given Cooper's history. Many franchises have met their demise succumbing to the relentless barrage of proposed trades.
Former owner Jared Erdman often complained that Jason Cooper was downright dirty with trade offers. At some point, Erdman would just give him what he wanted just to get him to shut the hell up. Randy Brody made it clear how he felt about the Sharks' dirty tactics as an owner of the New Jersey Storm. Hell, the players' union was formed primarily to monitor the commissioner's waiver wire transactions, trade value votes and anything that owners would question on league activity. The more desperate Jason is, the worse he becomes when it applies to trades, and this broadcast can't really see where Paul Phillips is coming from. It's one thing to not be involved in trade and smack talk, but it's entirely different to claim a franchise is being abandoned. Paul Phillips paid his money like everyone else. If he feels like not making moves and keeping his trap shut is the way he wants to conduct his team, then he has the right.
How sad. Shame on you, Cooper, calling for the big-timers to be replaced just because he doesn't make the trades you want. Pathetic. LSFL Live took a survey and was only able to confirm that the Sharks and the Dragons were the only teams feeling that the big-timers weren't active. Hence, sour grapes. Stop being a whiny bitch, play your game and figure out how you want to conduct your league in the off-season. It's way gay to alienate a new franchise because he wants to run it the way he wants.
Just when you think that Cooper has grown, he reverts back to his old ways. His way or the highway. So sad.
Do you think that he'll even post this on LSFL.biz now?
Wouldn't surprise me if he doesn't. He'll just probably call for an edit. Too bad it will still be posted on Facebook the way it is.
Think we are opening a can of worms. This could get ugly.
It's what this league is all about. Fuck that. We got your back, Paul. Suck if you want, it's your right.
That's it for this week's LSFL Live. I'm fuck you pay me. For that bitch shut your mouth saying. I hope we will be back next week.
You know Jason is going to be pissed.
Fuck him. Have a safe and a happy Halloween, everyone.